Hey, what's up? This is Faust. So, I might sound a little different. I literally just had this, 5-minute long sneezing fit. So, I might sound a little stuffy or probably cold or sick sounding, but I was just sneezing a whole bunch. When I left my house, a big plume of dust went up and just got up in my nose. And I'm like, I can't breathe. So, yeah. That's where I'm at right now. Alright, but anyways. So, some more Warhammer stories! Alright, so, check this out, yo. I'll say about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. 2.5 weeks ago. I was going to the game store I talked about yesterday on this. So, I'm at my local game store. Or, yeah, one of the local game stores I go to. So I'm there, I'm chilling, I'm playing some Warhammer with this group of new guys. I talked them all into, hey, let's go for a free-for-all, all four of us, versus each other, 1,000 points each. So it's about a quicker game. So yeah, we're doing that, we're kicking some butt, we're having some fun, it's looking nice, it's looking easy. A lot of people are having fun, and then my little guy, the iPad that Grandma got him died. So the iPad's dead, and he's just right there. Like, my little guy, he's 9 now, so he ain't a tiny one, but he's still small, dude. So the iPad died on him, and he's like, damn. And then he's right there, and then one buddy that I've had for a while over there, an older guy, about 10 years older than me. We nickname him, and we call him the Dwarf, because he has a big old beard. Like, he's a big rugged, like, dude, he looks like a freaking token dwarf, straight up, dude. He's not a midget. That's what I'm saying. He's not a midget, but he's shorter than most people. He's just like, I think an inch, like 2 inches taller to be considered a dwarf. But he's really a stocky fellow, big old beard, strong guy, does a lot of work with his hands. So I'm talking with this homie and stuff like that, and he's saying, it's like, I want another game, but you took everyone. It's like, not really. I just tossed the ideal to one homie, and then he told the rest, and then they jumped on because they liked it. Okay, and then he's right there just chilling, and then my little guy starts talking with him, and then when I turn around, when it's not my turn, I go over there and I see my little guy's trying to get into Warhammer himself, so I got him a few models, things like that. Mostly like the old Chaos stuff that I don't play, with like the Dark Vengeance box set that I had. So he's messing with that. He's having fun with those guys, and then he starts playing with my little guy. Just they're playing 3rd edition. Warhammer, not 9th edition that we're currently in. So it's a lot easier. It's definitely a beer and pretzel game that you can take your time. You don't have to roll, like, you don't have to go with all the crazy rules. Everything is like streamlined, hardcore streamlined. So he's doing that with my little guy, playing that, and I'm seeing it. I'm thinking that's kind of cool. It's pretty much like a 1v1 match, or should I say a mirror match, but one's Chaos, one's Imperium. And they're fighting each other, and then eventually is that, I'm watching like little guy's game too while I'm playing. And the little guy's game is that he took out almost everyone. There was like 3 Marines left, and then he was down to 1 guardsman. That 1 guardsman took out 2 Marines, and then the last Marine took him out. I'm like, wow, little guy really fought there, didn't he? I'm like, that's actually pretty damn cool. Yeah, so he really liked that, and then and then for a while I've been talking to, he's been asking about getting more models, things like that. He wants to really play, and I'm like, you know what, dude, we'll actually look online tonight, and then I'll get you a few models that you can play with. Like, I actually played a game with, because for years he's been playing with the models like they're toys. But I've told him is like, hey, you can't be rough with them. They're not toys. So he plays with them like they're like he's doing a game versus no one. That's how he's pretty much gotten to. And then when he played with Eric, he really liked that shit and loved it, man. I'm like, yeah, the dwarf dude. He played with the dwarf guy and he loved it. And I'm like, all right, I'll go get you some more. And then and another homie over there, let's call him Big Charlie. Big Charlie is right there. And then he's actually been trying to sell off his models because Big Charlie got into some AOS. And I'm like, all right, homie, there you go, guy. I'll buy some off you eventually. I told him I was actually trying to help him sell some of his models. I've been talking with other people, and then I sent a few people his way, and they bought shit off him. So I'm like, that's good, that's good. Yeah, because it's like, dude, if a homie trying to get out and trying to make some money for another game with the models that they have, I will toss money to them, or I will find a way to toss some money to them through other people. So I'm trying to help this homie out because it's like, dude, if you don't help the people that are over at the game store who's chilling and everything, and that you play with, talk with, dude, the hobby's going to die. So I'm just trying to help this guy out. Sent a few people his way, and then now it's pretty much okay. But getting back to the story, is that I'm right there talking with him, and then he comes up and he's like, dude, little guy wants to get an army, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to eventually buy him some stuff bit by bit here and there. And he's like, dude, I got all these Marines and all this shit here. $200 for all this for little guy. And then I said, okay, I got him $200, bought all that stuff. And I'm talking about there's multiple vehicles, multiple Marine squads, multiple dreadnoughts, things like that. I'm like, okay, guy. So me and little guy, we've actually been over at home. We've been painting up all the models. Yeah, is that he wants to go Chaos, and I'm like, okay, dude, Chaos is fine. Remember, most Chaos Marines are just Space Marines with some spiky bits on them. That's literally what Chaos is. Just some Marines with spiky bits on them. Hell, you can even run basic Marines as Chaos, dude. So I had little guy, so we're painting up the models and everything like that, and he's excited. He doesn't really know what color scheme that he's going with, so I'm just painting like a green scheme for them all. Just some of them. He wants to go with like some other colors too, and it's like, dude, that's fine. You can just put some paint over it, make it yours. Glue a few spiky bits on them, you're fine. So he's just playing and then painting all that stuff. He's happy about that. I'm happy that I actually got him an army, and he's just slowly building his forces up. Bit by bit, he's going to get bigger and a nicer force. So I'm happy about that, happy to see that going on. And then especially with the new push into Warhammer, what a lot of people have been doing, and then also GW with the story, is that I've actually heard is that one move that they're probably going to be doing is switching, like making Primaris, making some Primaris Chaos. So there's going to be Chaos Primaris, and that's good because the force I mostly bought is like probably about like 30. There's like 30 Firstborn, probably about like 40 Primaris, and then just a lot of vehicles. And it's like, okay, that's actually a good spread of stuff. So little guy, I hope he likes it, hopes he paints it, because it's like, dude, this is your army. We're going to take care of it. We're going to keep it up here. We're going to paint it. I'm going to make some foam casing just so we can transport it around. But it's a lot of the stuff is mostly going to be staying at home. And with these models, there is like, okay, I told him these are definitely nothing you play with. You only go to the tabletop, you play it, and you put it up. So he realizes that the old Chaos guys that I gave him from Dark Vengeance, yeah, he can play with them like they're toys if he really wants to. But the other ones is like I told him, and he agrees because he's at the age where he can understand that, is that these are definitely things you don't like. You don't keep in a bag. You want to keep them like in boxes that you don't play with. and then you bring them out like how I do my models. I keep my models in a box. I take my models out and play. But most of my models are Imperial Guard or Dark Angels, so it's like, okay, you have Dark Angels, Raven Wing, so many bikes, so many speeders. I love that shit. Tearing everything up. But alrighty then, guys, so that's the Warhammer story about how I got little guy in army and that we're currently painting up right now. So I'll talk to you all later. You all take care, and remember, most importantly of all, always love the Kellhound. You all take care now.